Have you ever left a party feeling completely exhausted, while someone else walked out wishing it could have lasted another 3 hours? Or maybe you've wondered why one person happily starts conversations with strangers, while another spends 10 minutes rehearsing what they're about to say before speaking. Perhaps you've even been called too quiet or too loud, as if one way of being is somehow better than the other. What if neither is wrong? What if the difference isn't confidence, or shyness, or popularity, but simply the way our minds recharge? Today, we're uncovering the hidden psychology behind introverts and extroverts in social situations. Why they behave differently, why they often misunderstand each other, and why knowing the difference can completely change the way you see yourself, and everyone around you. Welcome to Hidden Minds. Let's begin. One of the biggest myths in psychology is that introverts hate people and extroverts love everyone. That isn't true. An introvert can enjoy spending time with friends, laugh loudly, and even give amazing presentations. An extrovert can enjoy quiet evenings, read books for hours, and sometimes avoid crowds. The real difference isn't how much they like people. It's where they get their energy. Think of social energy like a phone battery. For many introverts, every conversation slowly drains the battery. They may enjoy the interaction, but afterward they need time alone to recharge. Extroverts work almost the opposite way. Being around people often fills their battery. A quiet day with nobody to talk to can leave them feeling restless or even lonely. Neither battery is better. They're simply wired differently. Sometimes social situations feel completely different depending on who you are. One person leaves energized, another feels drained, even though they shared the same space, the same conversations, and the same music. Imagine two co-workers attending the same office celebration. Sarah arrives, greets everyone, joins different conversations, laughs loudly, and leaves feeling inspired. Michael also enjoys the event. He smiles, talks to a few close co-workers, and genuinely has fun. But after 2 hours, he quietly slips away. The next morning, Sarah wonders why Michael left so early. Michael spends the morning recovering with coffee and silence. Who enjoyed the party more? Probably both. They just experienced it differently. Have you ever noticed that some people can talk about absolutely anything? Weather, sports, traffic, food, random stories. For many extroverts, small talk is a doorway. It's how they build comfort before deeper conversations. Many introverts, however, often find small talk tiring. Not because they dislike people, but because they crave conversations with meaning. Instead of asking, "How's the weather?" they might ask, "What's something you've learned recently?" Or, "If you could change one thing about your life, what would it be?" It's not that introverts can't do small talk. They simply become energized by depth rather than variety. Now picture two university students walking into their first class. One immediately introduces herself to everyone nearby. By the end of the lecture, she's already made 5 new acquaintances. The second student quietly chooses a seat near the back. He listens carefully. He doesn't speak much. Weeks later, he has only 2 friends. But those friendships become incredibly close. The first student builds a wide social circle. The second builds a deep one. Different paths. Neither is wrong. Social pressure also plays a role in shaping how people behave. Many introverts grow up hearing things like, "Speak up more," or "Be more social," as if their natural way of being needs fixing. At the same time, extroverts are sometimes told to calm down or stop talking so much, as if their energy is too much. Over time, both can start feeling misunderstood. But personality is not a mistake to correct. It is a pattern to understand. Imagine inviting your friend out every weekend. Each time they politely decline. Eventually you think, they don't like me anymore. But what if that's not true? What if they simply need a quiet weekend after an exhausting week? Likewise, an introvert may wonder why an extroverted friend is constantly making plans, thinking, why can't they just stay home? In reality, the extrovert isn't avoiding rest. They're searching for energy. Many friendships struggle not because people don't care, but because they interpret behavior through their own needs instead of understanding differences. Now imagine a family gathering. One cousin moves from table to table, laughing with everyone. Another cousin stays in one corner, having a deep conversation with a single relative. Some people say, why is he so quiet? Others say, she never stops talking. Yet both go home feeling satisfied. Both belonged in their own way. The problem was never the personalities. It was the expectations placed on them. Confidence is also often misunderstood. Many people assume introverts are shy or insecure. But that is not true. Some of the strongest leaders are quiet thinkers who speak only when something matters. And some extroverts talk a lot not because they are confident, but because silence makes them uncomfortable. Confidence is not volume. It is self-assurance. A confident introvert can speak with power in silence. A confident extrovert can command a room with presence. Both are valid. Both are real. Now imagine if introverts borrowed a little courage from extroverts. Speaking up, trying new conversations, stepping forward. And if extroverts borrowed a little patience from introverts, listening longer, thinking before speaking, appreciating silence. That balance is where real understanding begins. Because neither personality is complete on its own. One brings energy. The other brings depth. Together, they create balance. Psychologists often say introversion and extroversion exist on a spectrum. Very few people are purely one or the other. You might feel social and outgoing one day, and completely drained the next. You might enjoy crowds in one season of life, and crave solitude in another. That is not confusion. That is being human. Which is why labels should never become cages. They are tools for understanding, not boxes for limiting who you are. The next time someone leaves early from a gathering, or talks endlessly in a room full of strangers, pause before judging. Their experience of the world might be completely different from yours. Because understanding personality is not about deciding who is right. It is about realizing that people simply experience life in different ways. And maybe that difference is what makes human connection so interesting. When you're surrounded by people, do you feel like you're being filled with energy? Or slowly drained by it? And do you think your personality fits neatly into one category, or are you somewhere in between? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd really love to hear how you experience social situations in your own life. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this exploration, like, share, and subscribe for more insights into human behavior, psychology, and the hidden patterns that shape the way we think, feel, and connect with others. Until next time, keep exploring your hidden mind.